Casey in here.
Take a look, take a look, take a look, take a look. Hey everybody. It's like the Irish polka version of the Happy Book, which I think really says happiness more than an accordion. Particularly when it's Jenny Conlee-Drizos playing jigs and reels, and if you could only see Casey Neill here in the back doing his little river dance thing, you would know just exactly how much joy is in the room. This is my good friend and fucking musical hero, Mr. Casey Neill, joining us. Hey, Casey.
Hey.
Thank you, Jenny Conlee-Drizos. We love you. The people love you. It's just so much love. Stevie James Wright. He was going to do 15 minutes of Irish jigs and reels on the stand-up bass, and we had to shut it down. I was like, well, that's clearly not going to happen. And Stephen Gary Drizos. Hi, Dex.
Hey.
We're here live from the Panther. I know we don't do a lot of birthday shout-outs, but I want to say happy birthday to my friend Susan, and thanks for everything, and we love you tons. Kiss all your beautiful family for us. I also want to tell Harley Love I'm sorry about your dad. And you know, you kind of try to layer those things like grief and birthday joy, and that's why we spent a lot of time sitting around watching Jay Leno and what's the other guy? Johnny Carson. Right, hours.
Or like Jimmy Fallon and stuff. Fallon.
I mean, that's kind of what we do with our time. We're like, how do those guys bring the magic? And I'll tell you one thing I think that gives us a leg up is none of those fucking guys have an accordion. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. And you might notice on the Happy Book that for a guy that has a new record, I don't play a lot of the songs. Yeah, because that's kind of Dex. It's in his contract. It's like, no, man, we're not doing good again. But this song I actually started fleshing out with my friend Casey during a typhoon in Tokyo, and it was hard, right? It was really hard for us. We were stranded alone in the Park Hyatt. There was nothing to do, but it rough times, and so I think the next record, Tokyo Lockdown. I think that's gonna be a big one, Casey. Anyways, welcome. Thanks for coming. Love you. I don't need glasses for this. Back down on this porch, singing to myself, with my brother's 45, and I'm putting down a torch, surrender to the swell. I'm ready for the dive. These are the days heaven. Picture on a screen, we hold each other close. Perfect in this place, and of all the things I've seen, I love this thing the most. Amazing in His grace. These are the days. These are the days. Days of heaven. Fire crosses like a prairie, locusts gnaw and the wolves they howl as I feel your heat beneath me. Fist and claw, the blood you draw as you make my blood your own. Cinematic as we crawl across the plains, skin and bone, nothing left but skin and bone, in a clutch of blood-kin cords, the reins of Essusah. We balance on a wine, and high above the roar, not afraid to fall. Come on, baby. Can we get it any higher? Ask me what I'd say. Tell you something true. The gospel spreading right. I almost took it out, Jenny. I almost said, let's just jam it out. I was like that close, baby, you know? But sometimes my courage fails me. And so one fun thing is trying to explain to people that primarily speak Japanese or English as a second language, South African colloquialisms. I always felt that there was a piece that was missing when I was trying to explain this next song. And in South Africa, when the big Afrikaner guy looks at me and goes, "You don't scratch my salad." I'm like, what? He's like, "Don't scratch my salad, man." You've heard me tell this story before. I'm like, dude, fuck you. I'm having the fish and I'm having a salad. But it means don't look at my girl, which is always uncomfortable because in this case you're not looking at the girl. Which the response is like, well, why not? I think I never win that one, but anyways, it's been a little while since we played this. Sorry, guys. I wouldn't care. Jenny has this thing about tuning.
Sounds so much better.
It's like her thing, She's like, dude, it has to be in tune. I'm like, that's so OCD of you. It's called Tick. Comrade howling through the screen. I said I get it, don't know what you mean. Don't scratch my salad, man, salad isn't yours. I wasn't even looking, I don't scratch much anymore. I see you, baby, starting to get sick. Try not to suffocate, the air in here is thick. You better fix it quick. Take. Fog is rolling in, it's starting to get dark. Get out the water, man, the water's full of sharks. I don't like the way you're looking. Seen that look before, and I wore that look myself. I don't scratch much anymore. And I hear you, baby, starting to get sick. Try not to suffocate, the air in here is thick. You better fix it. Take. jacket packs a heavy load. Why you wear that jacket, man? It isn't even cold. You got it traveling on her, more valuable than gold. Take your finger off the trigger, your jacket will explode. I see you, baby, starting to get sick. Try not to suffocate. The air in here is thick. You better fix it. Better fix it. Tick, 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 tick. Yeah, I see you, baby, starting to get sick. Try not to suffocate. Air in here is thick. You better fix it. Better fix it. Tick, 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 tick. Tick, 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 tick. Tick, 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 tick. Tick, 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 tick. Awesome. All right. That's a good song, yeah, Jenny?
He likes talking about it.
All right, so this is my friend Casey Neill, and I have lots of friends that play music and music that I love very much. I'm rarely am I constantly just in fucking awe of the guys sitting next to me. And we did this tour of Japan, and we landed in Tokyo, and there was massive typhoon, and then played Tokyo, Hiroshima, Kobe, Kyoto. It was like a tour of my life, and Casey set that up, and we spent a lot of fucking time together.
We did.
And you know, sometimes you become friends with people, and you kind of forget, you know, like as you're becoming friends, that you're not always thinking about the talent, you know, and Casey's put out some motherfucker records, like amazing work. His last one had this song, right? Subterrane.
Subterrane, yes.
Subterrane. I was worried on this virtual shows. I miss a vowel or something. Anyways, this is Casey Neill. For those of you that don't know him, he's got a massive catalog of music. He's part of a gazillion great bands around town. The baddest ass of all is his Norway Rats. And don't fuck it up, Casey. No.
Well, you set the expectations low. Which is this is called Savages.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Oh, they called us savages. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. In a Casey Neill. That song is just fucking amazing. Thank you, Casey. Which is always like when your friends play some amazing song, you're like, well, now what the fuck are we gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? You know we spaced out. I get so nervous around Casey that I forget my prayers. You know, Tom sent me the psalm. Every episode of the Happy Book, which is, what is it, 27 or something?
Yeah.
Good fucking Lord. And Louis Levine sent me this list of what we haven't played of original songs. It's still like hovering around 100 or something. It's like crazy. And then all our friends that help us do this: Adam Ruback, Michelle Whiteson, Joe Kempler, Amber Pless, John, if you're watching, Carly James, and the amazing merchandise that I keep forgetting to hold up and push the bejesus out of. Anyways, one of the most important parts of this thing since we started is my friend Tom, and he sends this song. And they're always, well, sometimes they just frankly scare the shit out of me. Here's one of those. Psalm 52, 1-7. Why do you boast in evil, O mighty man? The loving kindness of God endures all day long. Your tongue devises destruction like a sharp razor, O worker of deceit. You love evil more than good, falsehood more than speaking what is right. You love all words that devour, O deceitful tongue. But God will break you down forever. He will snatch you up and tear you away from your tent and uproot you from the land of the living. The righteous will see and fear and will laugh at him, saying, behold, the man who would not make God his refuge, but trusted in the abundance of his riches and was strong in his evil desire. Yeah. Fuck me, right? Like how did they know? Nailed it. Nailed it.
Is that Paul Krugman in last week's New York
Yeah,
Times?
yeah, it was kind of like a matchup between Krugman and Charles Blow, and they kind of all got together and wrote in The Intercept. They all got together, and I like falsehood more than speaking what is right. You love all words that devour, O deceitful tongue. All right, that's the show. Thanks very much. Thanks, Tom. Love you. So this one. I wrote this many years ago where a couple of things were going on. One, there was an active shooter in our neighborhood, and people that knew me at that time would be correct in whatever their assumptions that this song was about. My kids watch the shows. It's called Shooting Up the Neighborhood. And I always remember the first time I got to Spain. I used to have these songs and places that I wanted to go or were in the songs. And it would always, like, I didn't like to play the song because I'd never been to the place that I'm singing about, you know. And I think I got most of them now. But I remember the first time I got to Barcelona and I played the song. I was so happy that it actually made it. This is called Shooting Up the Neighborhood. Trouble like a puppy with rabies, shaking hands, kissing babies, a campaign for your mind. You thought that maybe you're crazy, but the things you heard lately get more vicious in time. Yeah, you think they leave you alone, but the men in the phones, they're eager to speak. Why don't you listen as a whimper and moan still sticks to your bones? Right, it's been a rough week. Leave here if you could, the air would do you good, blowing off some steam, shooting up the neighborhood. Sober, life just isn't as fun as it is when you're young. I think you're getting older. Our trouble, it's got you on a run, but now you set like a sun. I believe you're getting colder. Leave here if you could, the change would do you good. Well, I can hear you scream, shooting up the neighborhood. Shoot, 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 well, you deserve a break today. Shoot, shoot, a little roll in your head. Shoot, shoot, well, who cares what the neighbors say? Anyway, cut it in. I think that it's time for resistance. I think what you need is distance. San Diego or Spain. Ah, you know, it's only you you're deceiving. I think it's time to believe it and get out of the rain. Good, the change would do you good. Now everybody's screaming, shooting up the neighborhood. Shoot, 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 well, lemons in the lemonade. Shoot, shoot, that's how history is made. Shoot, shoot, you ain't got time to be afraid. Baby, I knew you could realize your dreams, shooting up the neighborhood, shooting up the neighborhood, shooting up the neighborhood. That's good, right, Jen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. You'll let me know.
I'll
Like,
let you know.
like, dude, that one sucks.
Quality control.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Master Maestro right over my right shoulder. Jerry, this song sucks. All right, we're into like this 3-song theme here. Years ago, lifetimes ago, Stevie James and myself played in a band called Little Women. I'm sure we could do a couple episodes just telling crazy Louis Butt stories from that time, but we made this record called Pretty Wiped Out. Cavity Search Records is releasing Pretty Wiped Out in early December, and I never really listened to those records. Those were always like really weird times for me, and we made Pretty Wiped Out. We had whatever that was called, Red Zone Studios, whatever the deal was, to afford the studio. Warren Zevon had the nights, and we had the days, which meant that he'd be leaving at 6 in the morning. We never met him. I never met him. And then we'd have to start. And so you couldn't really stay up all night doing yayo, so you had to kind of like try to get to sleep and then wake up and be there at 6. And where was that? Somewhere in the valley? Or? It
was in the valley.
Yeah. And so we made this record like that. We talk about it a lot, but I remember there was this kind of spandex hair band that was in the other studio, and those old-fashioned Coke machines where you pull the Coke directly out the bottle of Coke. There was one of those, and it was filled with Heineken. And the other band, the hair band, would tip the Coke machine, and they'd all hold it. One guy would lay on the ground and open his mouth, and then the other guy would open the beer so that it poured directly into his mouth. That's a lot of work for Heineken.
Silly boys.
But in the end, it was Guns N' Roses. And you would have thought that they would have had enough of an advance to buy their own damn Heineken, right? But because if your friends let it fall, you would be dead. It was this big, heavy... I love my band, but I don't know if I want to lay under a fucking Coke machine, trust that they're not going to go, are we going to go?
I got a text.
I got a text. Whoa, what did he say now? Anyways, some of the political stuff that I write and the ensuing controversies and over the years, this song was the first time I think that I really remember dealing with that very much, because clearly I'm not a pro gun guy, or I don't think I come off like that. And this was my way to address there had been a big school shooting, and then I thought it might be the stupidest thing I ever wrote. So, you know, if you go, lame, Jerry, stop now. This is from Pretty Wiped Out, due out early December. Did we decide we were ripping off One Drop or Dire Maker? Maker. Stevie James, both, right?
You better.
Well, let's just do it, right? Called God, Guts, and Guns. Casey Neill on a dub-wise reggae guitar. Well, I just want to thank you for the rising sun. I want to thank you when my work is done. And I really want to tell ya you're my only one. And I really want to thank you I just gotta tell ya, let you know that I'm so happy, so happy. You're giving me all the things I need. Yeah, got guts and guns, made a miracle great. Got guts and guns, made a miracle great. Got guts and guns. Listen to the children singing. Got guts and guns. Oh, right. I wanna thank you for your love and affection. I wanna thank you, keeping me clean from infection. I really wanna thank you, giving me a sense of direction. I gotta thank you. I thank you for the next injection. My brain squeeze is an AK-47. Always keeps the breath on high. Going down to the schoolyard, send them all to heaven. Be proud, stand back, stand by. Yeah, yeah. Right. Come on, head. My time on, but I'ma tell you, I'm gonna move it on, Danny. Hey, she really want, hey, she wanna that move, well, right, over it, hey, mine. But I'ma tell you, mama, look in my eyes, yeah, I know. I really wanna thank you. Thank you for my sweetest dreams. I wanna thank you. See me, baby, on my knees. And I really wanna thank you for giving me the ways and means. Yeah, I wanna thank you. I'm getting all the sex I need. And you cut my meat up, keep me from choking. Give your breast up when it's time to feed. Well, I just gotta tell ya, let you know that I'm so happy, so happy. You're giving me all the things I need. Got guts and guns, made a miracle great. Got guts and guns, made a miracle great. Got guts and guns. Listen to the children. I know you listen to the children. I got you, baby. But I'ma tell you, I'm on a reggae, yeah. I got a motor in a man. God, cuz living to the children, living to the children. Listen to the children singing. Listen to the children. You listen to the children singing. God, guts and guns, right? God, guts and guns. Listen to the children. I know you feel it in a one drive. Still got time to ride. Hey, got guts and guns. Listen to the children singing. Hey, yeah. Ah, yeah. You know, Dex, could the Marley estate sue me for that song?
I suppose so.
Do you think there's any Marleys watching our Happy Book?
There's a lot of Marleys out there.
Marley Stream. Marley Stream's watching the Happy Book. Hey, Marley Stream, the future's best bass player. Thanks for watching. Yeah, Cavity Search. Denny Swafford, the guy that brought you Elliott Smith and Dirt Clod Fight, is releasing the Pretty Wiped Out. A lot of stories about that record. Most of them, I hope, never see the light of day. You know, isn't it a weird thing, like doing this and trying to like act like we're in this conversation and like, oh, Jerry, you're so funny. That's so off the top of your head. But really, we sit around for 4 hours before the show. Everything I'm telling you right now has been
We have a
scripted.
writing team.
We have the writers in the back.
Yeah.
Even what we're saying now, talking about it, is it's actually scripted.
Was written, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Writers on the phone. Yeah.
And then every so often it'll say, make a weird reggae noise. Bang, yeah. You know, or it'll say cry.
Yeah.
That's a weird reggae noise, Casey. The vibra-slap. If I remember, getting that vibra-slap to sound right for our old percussion player, Greg Freeman, was actually a thing, because he was a badass, but he had to sound right, you know. So, well, we did that. Louis Levine. I think Louis has been putting that on his next week's list for some time. And this is another one. Andrew Mount actually was you know, we are coming to you live from Portland, Oregon. I was watching the debates with my children. I think 6 times our city got name dropped. 6 times. My 7 and 10-year-old they're like, he hates us, doesn't he, Dad? I'm like, yeah, he fucking hates us. So before the doors break down, there's this material that we want to get to. You notice it was shooting up the neighborhood, God, Guts, and Guns. This a la Andrew. Still watching, Susan? It's still your birthday show. I forget about this song. I wrote this, like the song Panama, right after the tsunami in whatever year. What was it? And we lost our friend Luke Scully and his fiance, and it just happened. I wrote this, and then I felt that this was so heavy that I wrote Panama. But the other crazy thing about this is I probably wouldn't be on the label that I'm on in the UK if it wasn't for my friend Willie Vlautin and the guys in the Eyelids. And Willie sings on this on the record. The record's called Into the Lovely. Willie's kind of like Casey, like you think you're friends, but then you realize they're sort of like these gods that you're lucky to hang out with. I'm fucking serious. All right. Junior Rupel put a lot of effort into the DJ part of this. and somehow it turned into a folk song. And we're gonna bring it back to some. Who starts this fucking thing?
You.
I don't start this thing. I thought it's a drum start. Well, give me a vocal Om Shika. Om Shika. Yeah, I'd like to point out another thing. People say that Jerry's dying of cancer because of he coughs and he loses his voice. There's two things with that. One, normally do 5 or 6 3-hour shows a night in any given week. We're not playing live, so we come down here and whatever's going on. I'm not advocating cigarette smoking, but like it's like a thing to start doing this. The other thing too is you realize there's no microphone, so I'm trying to sing this over the top of the music. And though I appreciate your concern, I'm not ready for hospice quite yet. Maybe like a long one, right? Like 10-year. Welcome to your 10-year hospice. I just want you to hang out. Don't exert yourself. All right. There are castles built for burning. There are men who born to hang. There are doors slave to open so that others may go in. There are wars we fight for losing. There are lovers, men to giant. There are devils born to love you. There are guys who let you down. As I look out in the distance, seems my saints are sailing in. Them loose. There are dreams we left hanging on crowns of forming noose. There are guns that we have loaded, and then we aim them at ourselves, and there are faith hearts we've broken, promises, price to sell. Looking through bloodshot eyes, do you live or do you choke? and there are angels far from grace, and there's Messiah now invading as they stare you in the face. And there's Messiah born of virgins, burning bushes, speaking tongues, and like Atlas and his burden, so much word left undone. And looking there, down in the distance, seems the same, yeah. I tried it. Bass and drum. For burning, there are men who born to hang. There are ghosts we thought we buried. Seems like they're coming round again. I stand before my Maker and I offer of my hand, but it would seem that there are no takers, so I'll die right where I stand. As I look out in the distance, see my saints are sailing in to condemn my foolish pride. Convey hope? Is that the light of my salvation? Or is that the smell of the corn smoking? Looking through your bloodshot eyes. Is that fear? Or is that hope? Is that the light of my salvation? Are we dying from the smoke? Are we dying from the smoke? Baby, we're dying from the smoke. We're dying from the smoke. Thank you very much. You know, when you have to pee on stage, you have to actually like leave, right? Everyone knows, but just for the record, call bass and drums in any song.
Take it to ride, man.
Who the fuck knows what's going on? Where'd Jerry go? He's hacking, making guacamole. We should do that song. We didn't write that song. Okay. There's this literal shit ton of awesome Casey songs to do. But we know that Ellen really likes this one. And, it's so funny when I think about all that Japanese stuff. It's getting close to a year ago.
It's like 2 weeks.
I know.
Or not even 10 days.
And we did that Alberta Rose show like right before we left.
Yeah. And Sam Bonds.
And Sam Bonds.
Yeah.
Either feels like yesterday or like 5 million years ago.
Stuff from a month ago feels like 5 million years ago, but that feels like yesterday.
Weirdly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when we were talking, I mean, this idea that we've done 27 of these is like crazy, and as you know, we're starting to do these very slowly. We're doing some gigs, and they're very expensive ticket prices, and people are like, fuck, man, you're gouging people. I'm like, I don't think that's really true. I think that's how we get to our pay, but this has been important all this time. It's not behind a paywall. So everything that we're doing is you can Venmo, you can PayPal, you can go to CaseyNeill.com and what he likes is emojis, so just put like hearts and then weepy faces and stuff, and that's better for him than money, right? Like,
Unicorns.
Unicorn.
Or you can watch my live stream behind a paywall.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, tell us about it.
It is Sunday, and I'm going to play a lot of songs about outer space.
Did you ever listen to Spaceship Orion?
Yeah, we listened to it together.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
My suggestion is Spaceship Orion by the Ozark Mountain Dead Ovals. We're talking about how Jenny Conlee's not a scoffer. There's a way she kind of does an eye thing, which, as you've known her for 20 years, you realize she's scoffing at me. But you've done a bunch of stuff that's thematic like that, right? There was a New York.
I haven't done that many live streams. This is the fourth one I've done. I'm doing them over on noonchorus.com/Casey Neill. And it's, the first, I think, did one about songs about the Pacific Northwest, one about songs about New York City. The first one I did was on my birthday, so it was just the theme for that one.
Songs about me.
Whatever the hell I wanted. And then,
It's all my
so
songs.
this one is outer space songs, and so it's songs I've written for my records, and then I was in a band for a bunch of years called Big Bridges that would go to Japan all the time with a Japanese guitar player and Portland singer Catherine Clare, bass player Alan Hunter, and drummer Derek Brown. And so we did a bunch of tours of Japan, which kind of was what led me to like sort of be familiar enough with what was going on over there to get us over there.
Yeah.
And we Big Bridges put out one album and one EP, and there are a few songs on those records about outer space. So those are going to be in there, and songs from my other records, and then a bunch of covers. So I'm going to do some T-Rex and some Schoolhouse Rock.
What was the one? Didn't I see on the thread somebody was talking about Hawkwind? They had
Hawkwind,
that.
yeah.
Quirk, strangeness, and charm. Your android replica is acting up again. When she comes, she moans another's name. You ever heard that song? Your android replica is acting up again, and when she comes, she moans another's name. And Quirk, strangeness, and charm, I think, is clearly in the running. I think that's that weird thing about Japan. Like, been a lot of weird places in the world, but you could get into something like a Tower Records or the music stores we were talking about, where it's like 165 stories of basses. And then you got to go over to the drum building, you know. And it's very out of, yeah, I don't know. But if you're not familiar with Casey's music, you should do that. You should go to Noon Chorus. Tell us again.
I think it's noonchorus.com, Casey-Neill, I think. But it's
Casey
on my
Dash
it's on my website. It's on the Casey Neill and the Norway Rats Facebook page. There are links around.
Okay.
It's Sunday at 6 p.m.
And the Noon Chorus is where the truckers and everybody are doing their thing. It's like the one to watch. And anyways, we want to play with Casey, but even more importantly, we want you to know his music. So you should follow that, because it means a lot to us. And I mean, do we have any outer space songs? Cosmic, Mars, Supernatural. Is that about outer space?
I don't know. Kind of.
It would qualify. I'm doing some just kind of generally woo stuff too.
What's the suicide? Everybody kills themselves to go to the Comet song. That's a space song. And then Craters of the Moon.
Craters of the Moon. Yeah, that's a great song.
Wow.
It's a very big field. I thought like, oh, people suggest some Bowie songs for me to do and whatever, but it's you actually start to think about it, and space is the place. Every band has some space songs somewhere. Yeah.
We haven't got there yet where we're talking about themes. The only theme that we've had is Jenny does 15 minutes. We try not to repeat covers, but I think now we're like, does it count for tonight? Then it's not a big deal. We try not to repeat originals and do 2 new covers. And we haven't got to this point yet where, tonight we play Mars in its entirety, or you know what I mean? Like, we could do that for 30 weeks. I don't know how much fun that would be, but I think that if we got fortune cookies, and like the first person that opens a fortune cookie, that's the theme.
That's cool.
I'm kidding.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're doing Low Ground, right? That's the plan?
Yeah.
This is one of the most badass Casey Neill songs ever. All right.
Yeah, it's not about outer space.
No? That's the most like conversation we've had in 27 weeks.
It's like an interview.
What?
It's like an interview.
Hit the asphalt hard, gone burning down. wilderness I will bear my soul up to the silence and the thunder that rolls. The rain, it'll drench me and cut to the bone. I'll leave clean, I'll leave whole, and I'll set out again to find my
That's Casey Neill. So fucking cool, Casey. Thank you. October 4th, right? October 4th. Sunday, October 4th. New chorus, Casey Neill. The bulk of the people that watch this are not from Portland, you know. Like, Casey's the hero of Portland. It's an honor to have him. I'm gonna start crying. Time I felt without style or grace, wearing shoes with no socks in cold weather. I knew my heart was in the right place, and I knew I'd be able to do these things. Yeah, to watch him digging his own grave. It's important to know that was where he's at. Can't afford to stop. That is what he believed. He'll keep on digging for 1,000 years. I'm walking a line. I'm thinking about empty motion. I'm walking a line, just barely enough to be living.
to begin.
This isn't the time.
Nothing was done.
Not talking about.
Not many at all.
I'm turning
No
around.
trouble at all.
No, there's nothing around you, round you. I'm walking the line, divide and dissolve. Hey. Never say too much, never get to talk. Tell us a little bit, but not too much, yeah. Right about then is where she give up. She's closed her eyes. She has give up hope. I'm walking the line. I hate to be dreaming in motion. And I'm walking the line, just barely enough to be living. Get out of the way.
No time to begin.
This isn't the time.
Nothing was done.
No talking about.
Not many at all.
I'm turning
No
around.
trouble at all.
I'm keeping my fingers behind me, behind me. I'm walking the line, divide and dissolve. Hey. Myself again. I know. This is Happy Book. This is the Happy Book Band. Stevie James on the double bass. Stephen Gary Jesus on the drums. Jenny Conlee-Drizos on the keyboards. Mr. Casey Neill on his own damn voice and guitar. In a blur shirt. Away, gotta get it right, cause I get it emotion, and yeah, I'm moving it out. Got a rhythm on a devil, mama, tell him, mama, living, mama, tell him, mama, hey. Red up, and I'ma get it again. Yeah, I'm moving the hill down in there. I'm moving the love and child. I'm moving the rhythm on the motor, gonna get you on the motor, gonna ready my mind. I'm about to, whoa. Hey. Tell time to raise the time, temperature, bomb. Coming again, I'm gonna head over there. Heading to my lady. Heading there. Heading to my amazing. My amazing. I'm dreaming in houses of motion. Yeah. getting love now. I'm getting love, yeah. I'm getting love, yeah. I'm getting love, yeah. I'm getting love. I'm moving myself around, moving backwards and forwards, moving twice as much as I was before. I keep on digging to the center of the earth, and I'll be down there in there, moving in a room, and I'm walking a line of visiting houses in motion, yeah. And I'm walking a line just barely enough to be living. Get out of the way. This isn't the time. I'm not talking about. I'm turning around. Two different houses surround you, round you, and I'm walking a line, dividing this up. Hey. And I'm walking a line, visiting houses in motion. I'm walking a line, just barely enough to be living, living. Ah, get out of the way. This isn't the time. Not talking about. I'm turning around. Get out of the way. This isn't the time. Not talking about. I'm turning around. Yeah, yeah. Get out of the way. This isn't the time. Not talking about. I'm turning around, round, round. Get out of the way. This isn't the time. Not talking about. I'm turning around, yeah. Get out of the way. This isn't the time. Not talking about. I'm turning around. Get out of the way. This isn't the time. Not talking about. I'm turning around, yeah. Get out of the way. This isn't the time. Not talking about. Not turning around. Get it out of the way. This isn't the time. Not talking about. Not trouble ahead. Get out of the way. This isn't the time. Not talking about. I'm turning around. No trouble at all. No trouble at all. No trouble at all. No trouble at all. Thank you.
Jerry Joseph, ladies and
That
gentlemen.
was so fucking cool. Thank you, Casey. We've been talking about that song for 26 weeks. So, I'm good. It was amazing. All right. We're going to do this last song. It's a duet. I think originally written for a man and a woman, but, you know, Casey and I spent some time in the same room in Tokyo, and it got a little weird.
Lost in translation.
It was lost in translation.
Not many have shared a room with Jerry Joseph.
Not many.
Lives tell.
No. Shit happens sometimes, you know. And that used to be the threat against Jeff Crosby, right? It was like, you fucking play like you mean it, or you're sharing a room with Jerry. No, please. Just a couple of things because I don't want to really, I don't want to adulterate this song with a bunch of rapping. Again, we can't do this without our friends. That's Adam Ruback. That's Joseph Kempler. That's Michelle Weitzen, Amber Pless, Carly James. It's an endless list of people and our families who support it. It's also here at the Panther. The Panther is in Southeast Portland, Oregon. We've got Bear Spray and Mossberg 500s. I mean, we're ready for whatever's going on. Casey and Jenny have been playing together for 25 years, right?
Yeah.
Long time.
Long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know it sounds like I'm just frothing, but Casey really is one of my favorite songwriters on the planet, and a lovely guy. And so watch him Sunday night on Noon Chorus. Buy any of his goddamn records. What were you listening to all day today, Stevie?
Oh, Brooklyn Bridge.
Brooklyn Bridge.
Yes, Brooklyn Bridge is mine.
Holy befuckery, man. It's like amazing music. And thanks for being here, and thanks for being my friend, Casey Neill.
Thanks for having me, Jerry. This is amazing. This is the first time I've played music in a room with people in 6 months.
And you're probably going to die. But, but you know.
Someday.
But you know.
I'll have died having sang this next song with you.
This is it. This is the one. This is the one where if God forsake goes wrong, people are going to have this moment, which is that's the sound of your coffin going down into the hole, the graveyard. That. Bye, Casey. Thanks for being here. We love you, bro. Ah! Thanks, everybody. We appreciate your support. And shit's getting heavy, man. You know, our country. I was not going to rap too much about politics, but you saw the debate. That's. Imagine anyone else in the world watching that. We're at. We've crossed so many red lines. I don't even know what fucking color we are. But if you don't vote. Even if he's going to steal the fucking thing, it's still important you vote because it's all going to be about the margins. 10 million votes, it's going to be much more difficult. So please do that. This artist came out, right? Started talking about politics, and I think it was a big deal for her. One thing Casey and I share is a love of Taylor Swift, and you too, Eric Martinez, and so I wanted to do this song. Do you have any last words for the people? It's not mandatory.
Suddenly I feel on the spot.
Yeah. Oh, don't feel on the spot. Don't worry. There's just 1,000 people watching, waiting for your next word.
Right, exactly.
My 7-year-old Anjali Rose Parnell turned me onto this band with this singer. I don't know if she's watching, but thank you, Anjali Rose. My wife was saying that if you'd watch the past few shows, like with the way we were and some of those covers, that you'd be like, whoa, Jerry Joseph, it's like the end of everything for him, you know.
It's only the beginning.
It's only the beginning.
Yeah.
We've only just begun.
Yeah.
Thanks. This is a Taylor Swift, Bon Iver song. I can see you standing, honey, with his arms around your body, laughing, but the joke's not funny at all. And it took you 5 whole minutes to pack us up and leave me with it, holding all this love out here in the hall. I think I've seen this film before, and I didn't like the ending. You're not my homeland anymore. What am I defending now? You were my town, now I'm in exile seeing you out. I think I've seen this film before.
you staring, honey, like he's just your understudy. Like you get your knuckles bloody for me. Second, third, and hundredth chances, balancing on breaking bridges. Those eyes add insult to injury.
I think I've seen this film before, and I didn't like the ending. I'm not your problem anymore. So who am I defending now? You were my crown. Now I'm in exile, seeing you out. I think I've seen this film before. So we're leaving at the side door. So they're right. There's no amount of crime I can do for you. All this time, we always walked a very thin line. You didn't even hear me out. You never gave a warning sign. All this time, I never learned to read your mind. I never turned things around. Never gave a warning sign. So many signs, so many signs. You didn't even see the sign. I think I've seen this film before. I didn't like the ending. You're not my homeland anymore. So what am I defending now? You were my town. Now I'm in exile, seeing you out. I think I've seen this film before. So I'm leaving at the side door. Step out right. There's no amount of crime I can do for you. All the time, I always walked a very thin line. You didn't even hear me out. Never gave a warning sign. All the time, I never learned to read your mind. I couldn't turn things around. Never gave a warning sign. I never learned to read your mind. Couldn't turn things around. You never gave a warning sign. You never gave a warning sign. I woke up this morning and it was fog, but I didn't know that when I opened my eyes, and I thought that the smoke was back. You know? And I was talking about how if I'm talking about it, I'm assuming other people are feeling it, like all this stuff piling up. You know, we had COVID, and then we had marches, and then we had riots, and then we had feds, and then we had fire, and then we had toxic air, and we have all this shit. Now we got the Attorney General calling out our city, and the President of the fucking United States calling out our city, which is where we live. We love our city. We love the people of Oregon. And it would be a mistake to think that if we're just going to melt into the libtard bushes and let them fuck this up for us. But all of that piling on brave people, smart people, you know, our friends, people we love, like, we're all getting a little testy, you know. The kids are in virtual school. I know New York City went back to school the other day. And it's hard. It's hard to look at your child and say, welcome to the second grade through a screen. My wife teaches 5th grade. Hi, new class of students through a screen. Our music, our you know. I talk to people now and I think they're angry at me. Or I've done something to offend them. I was telling Casey I'm a very self-centered person. I always think it's about me. It's about me. And you can hear it in people's voices. You can hear fear and desperation. And, you know, what the fuck happens if we don't go on tour till November 2021? You know, it's like... And you take all of those things, and pandemics and all of those things, and then you fucking mash down our political situation, which I don't know where you are in the world right now, but I would guarantee you that whatever the fuck's coming next is coming to our city. And, you know, I'm talking to you, Saigon, and Phnom Penh, and Managua, and Perth, you know. This is and Kurdistan, and Lebanon, and Afghanistan, and people that are used to it. I'm getting texts from people in Iraq. Like, are you guys okay? We're really worried about you. We're saying prayers. You're like, you're on the fucking Syrian border. They're like, yeah, but you know, we're not in Portland. And so there's all of that stuff. And on top of all that are these, everybody's piled on top of each other. You know, my children and my wife. And there's no sideways way to blow out. Like Terry and I learned a long time ago with a fight, you know, you know, you're the most manipulative, self-serving fuck. I hear that a lot from people, you know, but how you get from that to, hey, can we finish the dishes? Hey, can we hold each other's hand? Hey, can we make this fucking shit work? Because it's hard. For everybody right now. It's fucking hard. And you know, we're going to rise above it. And I think the key, I know for me with my faith, when I say that we love you, and I say that God loves you, I believe that you are loved in my bones. Happy birthday, Susan. Thanks, everybody, for watching. One more time, Casey Neill. Can't hear you clapping, Denver. Come on. Come on, Jupiter, Florida. Yeah. All right, as soon as this is done, we're going back to Japan. We're going to your weird katsu. What is the fried? What's the first place we went? It's got like the
Katsu.
That was a couple weeks of just food fucking madness. And I don't know how many people are watching from Japan, but if you guys are there, all you Japanic guys, we love you too, baby, and we hope to see you soon. All right, we gotta get out of here. We gotta go. Louie, wow, baby, we gotta go now, dude. This is Stevie James Wright on the double bass and the vocals. Loving you. This is Stephen Gary Drizos on the drums and the vocals. Loving you. Jenny Conlee-Drizos on the keyboards and the vocals. Loving you. Casey Neill on the guitar and the vocals. Loving you. We love you. God loves you. Good night. Step right out, come out, crying I can do for you. All this time, we always walked a very thin line. You didn't even hear me out. You never gave a warning sign. Sha-na-na-na-na-na. Hey, yeah. Oh, hey. You never gave a warning sign. Oh. God bless you. God bless you. Thanks for tuning in. Casey Neill.
Thanks, Jerry.
We'll see you on Sunday night at Casey's show. Noon chorus. Casey Neill. Stevie James. God loves you, Stevie James. Stephen Gary Jesus. And then playing the Happy Book theme song. Like, who knew? Jenny Conlee-Drizos, each and every one of you. We love you very much. See you next week. God bless and good night. Bye.